Hi everyone, welcome to the channel Budgetwithmoo. My name is Jo, and despite my Instagram posts and my YouTube posts, I have decided to do my mini savers video at least this week. I'm not happy, guys, but mini savers is a roll the dice game. So I've got 10, 15, 20, 25 and 30. The 10 is in case anything doubles up. If not, I'll roll again and obviously everything will get something. Right, I'm not happy because I'm going through a situation at school with my daughter. She's in year 2. Obviously here in the UK, she's in year 2 and she's not happy. I've seen a real difference in her behaviour, in her attitude towards school, and I've found out it's because her teacher shouts in class. Now, her teacher is shouting at 2 particular children that she keeps bringing their names up in conversation about. And my daughter says that when her teacher shouts, her teacher is a male. Her previous teacher in year 1 was a female. And that will become relevant in what I'm going to talk about. So yeah, her new year 2 teacher is a male. And when he shouts at these 2 children, which seems to be all day, every day, he is scaring my daughter to the point where she's told me she'll be in class doing her work. The teacher will shout, so-and-so, behave, or so-and-so, whatever he's shouting. She'll stop what she's doing, freeze, and stare at him. And then she's just waiting for that outburst again from him. And she's on pins and needles, waiting for this loudness, this noise, this shouting. Because obviously at home, we don't have that. I don't shout and scream at my child. I don't smack. I don't do anything like that. We talk about things. We talk about feelings, etc. So anyway, it got to a point that when she returned to school on 27th of August, the first day she was excited, got a new uniform on. She wanted to go see her friends. And then I noticed at home time on the way home a behavioural change. And then I noticed on the Thursday in the morning, as soon as I said, right, 8:30, let's go, she came down with a mysterious tummy ache. She didn't feel well. She'd be retching, heaving, vomiting on the way to school. But yet, she was fine. She's not ill. Anyway, I found out a week later on the Tuesday, she opened up to me after tea time and said, Mum, I don't like it when my teacher shouts. He's very loud and it scares me. So obviously she had all this pent-up anxiety. So I spoke with the teaching assistant the following morning, explained the concerns and that. She said, right, okay, I'll have a word with the teacher, let him know to use his talking voice, whatever that means. And we need to reassure your child that he's not shouting at her. It's not directed at her, that she's still an amazing student. Because one thing with my daughter with her autism is that she follows the rules. She's a stickler for the rules. She don't like it when other children break the rules. She's just one of them kids. And so, yeah, they drilled it into her that when this teacher shouts, it's not at her. And for a couple of days, I heard nothing about it. I heard nothing further from her until last week. So, Thursday last week, I get her up in the morning at 7 o'clock. She came downstairs and just immediately started crying. I better make a start on this, haven't I? Yeah, so she immediately started crying. I said, what's wrong, love? I don't want to go to school. I don't want to hear the shouting. I said, right, okay, well, I have told your teaching assistants and they should have told the teacher. Yes, Mum, but he still shouts and it still hurts my head. I get headache. And that's what made everything click into place. Now, all last week, Monday to Wednesday, she'd been coming home from school, putting herself on the sofa, laying down, putting a blanket over herself. She didn't want the TV on, she didn't want my phone on, she just wanted silence. And she'd like have a little nap for an hour, wake up, then have a little bit of something to eat, bathe, and, get on with the rest of the evening. And I think it's because she was sleeping a headache off. All this shouting were causing a headache. And then when Thursday came, the morning, like I said, and she said to me, I don't want to go to school, I don't want to have a headache anymore. I was like, right, last straw, you can have day off. Because on Friday, school were off anyway, because it were a teacher training day. So I phoned the school up. I said, look, she's not coming in because of this. And they said, right, okay, that will not be an authorised absence. That will be an unauthorised absence because she's not ill. I'm like, right, okay, whatever. You do what you need to do. And I got a phone call back from the SENCO of the school, the Special Educational Needs Coordinator. And I had a meeting with her this Monday at 9 a.m. And you will not believe what she came out with, friends. Besties, you will not believe what she came out with. Now, I've just told you that my daughter has built this anxiety. Bearing in mind, in reception and year one, none of this. Enjoyed going to school. No vomiting, no anxiety, no thinking, is my teacher going to be shouting? No headaches, no feeling ill, nothing. This is what the SEN had to say to me on Monday. Well, Jo, is there a male presence in the house at home? I said, I don't see what that's got to do with anything. Well, maybe your child is not familiar with how a man sounds because this is her first male teacher. Right, okay, Sen, okay, I'm letting this go because I'm going through the process here. Then she goes on to say, how about giving her some pastoral support? So I asked what that was. Oh, that's when Mrs. So-and-so will go to her class, take your child and a couple of other children who have issues a couple of times a week, and they'll go do something very decompressing, very relaxing, such as reading, arts and crafts, painting. And during that time, they will open up about their feelings. We can talk about their feelings and give them coping strategies around their anxieties and the way that they're feeling. My daughter is 6-year-old. Why the hell does she need coping strategies to go to school because she don't want to hear her male teacher scream and bloody shout in the classroom? The issue is not being addressed, friends. And I hope someone watching this actually can see where I'm going at and how frustrated I am. They're completely brushing it under the carpet, the fact that this continual behaviour from this male teacher shouting in class, bearing in mind that these two particular children, not the entire class, these two children, is affecting my daughter and the way she feels about going to school. They've created this anxiety in her, but yet they want to give her coping strategies to stay in his class to hear him scream and shout. I just don't get it, and I'm upset, and I don't know what else to do. I emailed the head teacher twice about this and my concerns. She hasn't even dealt with me. She hasn't even acknowledged my email. I hadn't had a phone call. She hasn't approached me in the schoolyard in the morning or in the afternoon picking her up. She's just passed it straight on to this SEN, and this SEN's just doing these coping strategies and these classes where she can express her feelings and, understand that male voices are different from female voices and all this rubbish. And I'm absolutely upset about it, but I have to keep taking her to school. I have to keep sending her to school because I can get in trouble with the local authority for not taking her. You know what it's like with the school system here in the UK, people. It's absolutely screwed up. I'm not expecting special treatment for my daughter because she's SEN and she's on the spectrum. I am not at all. My daughter is only sensory. She excels in English, maths, drawing, art, performing arts. She's bright. But the school, this teacher, through his shouting in class, is giving her headaches. It's giving her anxiety about him shouting. She's on pins waiting for him to shout continually throughout the day. And the school see it as there's no male figure at home. She's never heard a man shout before. What a load of bullshit. I'm sorry for the ramble, but I want to talk to you lot because you're unbiased. You don't really know. You only know what I'm telling you. My friends and family obviously want me to hear what I want to hear. But if there's anyone out there who have children on the autistic spectrum and you've dealt with school issues before, mainstream school, can you please tell me or advise me or signpost me what to do next, because I am not satisfied. I am really, really not satisfied. Anyway, we're going to gamer. Check my dice out, guys. How stinking cute is that? Anyway, that's the rant over for the last 10 minutes. Right, let's go into the game. So, first roll, number 3. Second, number 4. 5 is number 4, so that'll get the spicy 10. Next roll, number 1. Number 3 again. And number 6. Yeah, how cute's that? I love it. I love it. Right. So, gather these up in any old order because they always get put out in any old order each week. Okay, so this one got 5. Let me pick a pen. I think I'll go with dark pink this week. So there's currently 15 in there. I'll add this 5, makes 20. And this is saving for 2026 summer break. Sorry, couldn't see then. Yeah, for summer break because I went through a fortune this year. Right, next one. Oh, this is obviously for Nala, my dog. She's been having a bit of bother, still has, but anyway, fingers crossed, she'll be alright. So I'll cross off another 10. Well, circle another 10. And that means she's got 20 now. This one from, I think it's Studiobudgets, I believe. Or, sorry. Studiobudgets, I'm sure Rosebud Budgets told me it was. Anyway, that didn't get anything this week. Neither did Budgetwithmoo. This is now discontinued. This person no longer does Etsy. So that didn't get anything either. Now my funeral plan got 5. I made each icon £10, so I can now fully fund that one there. And this now has 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, £100. Great start. Okay, and the last one got 10. All the trackers and the people and the creators will be listed in the description box for your reference, along with anything else I remember to include about the video. Basically. So 10. I'll do the potion and I'll do the cauldron. So now I've got 5, 10, 15, 20, hang on, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 out of 60 now. Amazing. Nearly done. And what's this one saving for? Sales. Perfect, because I've done some reorganisation in the house. And in my front living room, which is a rather small room for the house actually. Anyway, I'm wanting to put like a 24-inch TV on top of this like little cupboard, built-in cupboard thing, instead of having like the big 42-inch. So yeah, I'm going to wait for sales for that one, guys. So let's get these back in here. My lovely dashboard from Debbie at Up the Creek Budgets. Please go check her out and a coffee. So guys, that's my mini savers done. Yeah, so anyone with any advice regarding what I can do with with my child at school and the way this teacher's behaving, because no one's addressing the behaviour of this teacher. It's all about coping strategies and keeping her in the class with it, and she's very upset, absolutely upset about it. So anyway, guys, I'm going to stop it there. I'm going to stop moaning. I'm going to go and have myself a coffee, take dog for a walk. Please look out for my first episode of my Walkabout Town. It is from the Shaw family, Gothic Revival building. That's episode 1. Yeah, so please like, comment and subscribe. Keep tuned to the channel for more walkabouts and more cash stuffing. And I will see you all in my next video. Bye-bye.